I feel so extremely bad. I didn't sleep the entire night. A friend was yesterday here in the studio. We made some techno. It was fun. We also started drinking. We finished this entire bottle of gin, this one right here as well, and 2/3 of the really cheap vodka. Although I think this one wasn't full, it was maybe up until here, but still, like, way too much for 2 people. And due to the lockdown situation, I almost didn't party this entire year, didn't drink this entire year, so I'm really not used to it. It hurts. And then there's also this getting older thing. I can't drink as much as I used to. Right now you see me and you think like, oh, it's okay, but I'm trying to act normal and as if everything is fine. I also just got a couple of emails. Apparently I ordered some stuff yesterday while being drunk on Amazon. I ordered The Never Ending Story, the book, because Oliver said it's really good and I have to read it, and I only knew the movies and he said they're shit compared to the story, so I'll read it. And I also got a confirmation for a new MacBook. Apple just released the new M1 chip MacBooks. I actually don't need it because I got the 16-inch MacBook, the very recent one, the very expensive one, the very powerful one, but still not powerful enough for what I'm doing. So I just wanted to check out the M1 because the iPad, for example, actually edits videos faster and smoother than this machine. It's like due to how it handles video encoding, I don't really know, but it's just faster, it's smoother. And I hope with that new MacBook, that is just like a fraction of the price of this, that I might be able to edit video faster. I'll test it and let you know. Also, of course, music production. I'm all done with all of the business stuff. I don't feel like making music, like way too many drinks, feeling like my stomach weird, head weird. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Further constructing right here, like the covering for the back wall, filling it with the itchy stuff for the studio. It's not a good idea because I have to cut stuff. It's way too dangerous. So I think I'll actually leave and just like cure my hangover. I feel really bad. I hate it when I skip work, but I'll make sure to make up for it tomorrow. And of course also work from home, do some emails, some phone calls, some planning, listening to some music, listening to a lot of top lines. And whenever I have hangover, you know, it's a tradition here on this channel. It's time for another edition of Hangover Storytime. Quick interruption. I actually stayed in the studio. It's now, yeah, almost 8, powered through. And I thought if I can't construct and I can't make music, then maybe just clean up a little. Because this studio, since I started the construction, I haven't cleaned it in any kind of way because it's anyways always dirty due to the sawdust and like everything being moved and that green itchy stuff. But right here, the studio is now clean. Clean. Also this right here, clean again. Kitchen, all clean again. This right here is still a mess, ignore that. B studio, all clean again. Exchange the monitor. DJ setup is all in place and working again. Vocal booth, all clean again. Went through all of the cables and put them in order. All of the tools are right in there, in order. And the one thing I'm most excited about is actually the conference, aka table tennis table. It's free again. So we can finally play again. It's fun. I forgot how much fun we can actually have here in the studio. So, hangover story time. I got some pictures. I found some very old pictures. My studio evolution, basically. The very beginning, the very beginning. Quality of the photo is really crap. It was like photographed with my first mobile phone that could take photos. I think Sony Ericsson T16, something like that. It's just the Mac Pro. the G5 one, the screen, and even those speakers, like back then, 2003, I didn't even make music. Not at all. Then I had like small crappy speakers upgraded to the Yamaha HS80M and a sound card and headphones. That was in 2010. In between, I unfortunately don't have any pictures, but I also didn't have a studio. It was just like a desk, speakers, the computer. Then I moved with everything later on in 2012 to Berlin. That's my studio in Berlin. It was just in the living room, nothing, no acoustic treatment. And the neighbors were complaining a lot, so I produced like 90% of my music in Berlin just with headphones. Then I moved back again here to Düsseldorf with everything again and started slowly constructing the studio. Here you can see there's still no treatment, everything really messy. The mic is up there because I was doing a radio show back then for Big FM. And then I decided to construct the studio fully, with those IKEA bookshelves all around, because it was the least expensive, easiest, fastest, and you didn't have to build all of these blocks. And I was very poor back then, very, very poor, extremely poor. My parents gave me money to actually make that happen. But yeah, those are the bookshelves filled with the absorbing material, covered everything with fabric, ceiling as well. And that's like the first finished kind of version of the studio with the acoustic treatment all around, plus the ceiling. My desk back then, just a keyboard, the bigger screen, which was really nice. And then I built it actually a table with the heavy weighted keyboard inside. That's the day where I almost finished the back wall absorber. A lot of sanding and gluing. If you still remember, that was a pain. First time Leonard in the studio, 2018. That was then like the moment where I realized the studio isn't enough. Because we were sitting both there. I was trying to make music. He was sitting on the couch. No desk, no space. Like it just like didn't make a whole lot of sense. So I ripped everything apart, got the keys for the new studio, the one that I'm in right now. Leonard helping me to construct the vocal booth, the old table with all of the setup into the new studio, more vocal booth constructing, back wall constructing. First day having the huge speakers that are now built into the wall. The back wall of the A studio, the B studio completely finished, the vocal booth completely finished. And then very recently, due to COVID, I decided to also upgrade the big A studio and fully treat it 100%. Those are the blocks not filled out. Started to fill them, put fabric around, put them like in place all around the floor, 2 floors all floating. First setup of the table, it still needs to be colored, and the floor needs to be covered. It's coming very soon, and that's basically what it looks like at the moment. So if you're interested to follow along, the next 1.5 months I will finish it 100% completely. There is not much that still needs to be done, like the LEDs around the covering. It's ordered, it's on its way. The ceiling construction is ordered and on its way. And then just coloring the floor, it's like just like cosmetic stuff, just making it nice. And then 100% back to music. I can't wait. I can't wait, because I'm doing all of this just to make music. Anyways, let me know about your studio evolution. Would be nice to know where you're at. What are your next plans? And maybe some of this inspired you. I'll also leave a link down below in the description where you can like watch all of the studio building, constructing related videos and further update that playlist with like the coming stuff.